Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be my inventory for 2023, the first of the year inventory. Actually, the 5th. Today's the 5th. Is it 5 or 4? The 5th. So I'm filming today on the 5th. I wanted to film my lip declutter first before I do my inventory, and I needed some time to enter all of the products that I picked up towards the end of the year. Anyway, if you like inventory videos, please go ahead and keep watching this one. Give this one a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started with primers. We'll do like primers, foundation, concealer, powder, and all of that. I don't have any specific numbers in mind of where I want my collection to be or my numbers to be. This is just kind of like to keep track, see, okay, how much did I have last year? How much do I have this year? How much did I really declutter or did I finish? And then that's it, just numbers. So let's do this. For primers, I had that category split into 3. So I have mini primers, full-size primers, and eyeshadow primers. In 2022, I'll first say 2022 number, and then I'll say the 2023 number, beginning of the year to the beginning of the year. So for mini primers, I went from 17 to 18. The full-size primers, I had 18. I'm still at 18. And for eyeshadow primers, I had 6. Now I'm at 5. For like why did these numbers really not change much? I finished quite a few primers, but I also added a few primers to my collection. So there's that. Okay, next up, we'll go ahead and talk about concealers, since it's next on my list. For concealers, last year I had 34 concealers, and this year I have 28. That would be including declutters, including some that I finished, and yeah. I didn't pick up too many concealers this past year, but I did get rid of a few that I just really wasn't liking. For color correctors, I had 4 last year. This year I have 2. I decluttered those 2. They were kind of older in my collection, and I really I didn't see myself using them. So I was like, just let's get rid of them. Okay, for foundations, that's split into 3 categories. So I have foundation minis, full-size foundations, and powder foundations. For minis, I was at 4, now I'm at 5. For full size, I was at 48, now I'm at 38. And for powder foundations, 5 to 5. I didn't use any up, I didn't declutter any up. For full size foundations, I did use 2 or 3 last year. I decluttered quite a few, just the shades were they weren't really good for my skin tone. It was like I don't want to have to deal with them, so I decluttered them. And I did not purchase that many foundations last year. It was my goal to purchase, I think, a maximum of 4. I don't know exactly how many I ended up purchasing. I guess I can like look it up and find exactly how many I purchased. But yeah, that I kept that definitely in mind, that I didn't want to pick up too many foundations. So there's that. Okay, for mixers, like foundation mixers, that whether it be darkening drop, lightening drops, or anything like that, I had 1, and I still have the 1. It's Drunk Elephant Deep Bronze Eye. And it's so close to being empty. I just haven't really needed it because I decluttered all my wrong shades. So okay, let's move on to powders. For powders, I had it into 2 different categories, either pressed powder or loose powder, whether it's setting powder or like under eye, the face, finishing powder. I didn't count it that way, just as pressed or loose. For pressed powders last year, I was at 19. This year, I'm at 17. For loose powders, I was at 27. This year, I'm at 24. I did use up a few. I did get rid of a few, and I did purchase a few. I feel like I'm comfortable with those numbers. Kind of like there's a trend of pretty much everything going down, not many going up. We'll have a category they're going up, but it seemed like, they're not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to bronzers. I have 3 categories on bronzers. I have cream bronzers, single bronzers, and I have like bronzer duos or contour palettes. For cream bronzers, last year I was at 10. This year I'm at 13. Cream products, bronzers, and blushes blew up last year. I got a few, purchased myself a few. My friends sent me a few. it was kind of like the trend, cream products. So yes, that went up. For single bronzers, I was at 50, now I'm at 40. And that's basically decluttering and picking up new products. I don't think, maybe I finished one bronzer last year, maybe two, but they were minis. But yeah, for bronzer duos or contour palettes, that went from 21 to 13. I did declutter quite a few. I passed some on to friends, and you know, the ones that I wasn't using, I got rid of. Okay, let's go ahead and move to blushes. Next, for blushes, I also had cream blushes, I had blush duos and palettes, and I had single blushes. For cream blushes, I went from 18 to 26. Yeah, I told you, went up. Creams just skyrocketed. For single pan blushes, I was at 77. Now I'm at 70. Not too bad. I know I picked up a few, but I decluttered also quite a few. And then for blush palettes or blush duos, I was at 9, and I'm still at 9. Highlighters, same sort of thing. I have 4 categories for highlighters. I have loose highlighters, creams, singles, and highlighter duos or palettes. For cream highlighters, I went from 14 to 17. That was kind of controlled, not too bad. For loose highlighter, I went from 8 to 7. For single pen highlighters, I went from 63 to 67. And then for highlighter palettes, I went from 9 to 6. So kind of evened out numbers wise for highlighters. Like if I add them all up, kind of evens out. Okay, for face palettes, which would include like duos, kind of like a bronzer and a blush, not a bronzer and highlighting shade. I know my system is not perfect, but it's been working for me for a couple of years, and I'm gonna keep it at that. I went from 49 to 46. I know that I passed on a couple to my aunt, and I think I only purchased 1 or 2 face palettes last year. I controlled that for myself, and I decluttered a few as well. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes, I feel like I did okay. Last year I had 145. This year I have 127. I didn't purchase too many in 2022. That was also another category. It was like, I'm only gonna purchase the ones that I'm really interested in. I didn't pick up that many, so that was good. I decluttered a few, and I might have sold a few on Poshmark or sent some friends to gifts to friends. Pans in eyeshadow palettes, that number went down too, obviously, because I decluttered some. It went from 1684 to 1409, and that's just like, how many pans do I have? Okay, let's do single shadows, glitters, creams, sticks, everything that is in a single pot kind of thing. I might have included like duos because I have 2 or 3 that are just like little tiny duos, so these were included in here. That one went up. I was at 67 last year. This year I'm at 77, and again I did pick up a few creams, especially like the Nessa Myricks products. And what else did I get? Some other singles, I guess, were gifted to me or something like that. For eyeliners, last year I had 42. That would be like pencil, pot, or like a pen, like a brush or something. I had 42. This year I have 38. So again, I did good with that one. I didn't buy any. I decluttered some. I used up some. Maybe I bought 1 or 2. I definitely like paid attention to that category because I don't really use them I have them and I can just use what I have kind of thing. Almost towards the end, you guys, we have mascaras. I have 3 categories. I have lash primers, and that's only 1. I had 1, I still have 1. I probably should try it and see if it still is okay or not declutter it. It's been around for a full year. For mascara minis, I had 17 last year. This year I have 19. That kind of grew a lot. They were mainly like gifts with purchase, especially from Ulta. Now for full-size mascaras, that was at 16. This year it's at 12. Mascaras was a category that I wanted to kind of keep an eye on because I had a few that I really, really like, and I know the ones that I like. So I wanted to use the ones that I like. Minis were kind of gifts with purchase and stuff like that. So it was kind of, you know, I was okay with them receiving them. For brow pencils, last year I had 7. This year I have 8. For brow powder, gel, pomade, anything brow that is not a pencil, I had 11 last year, and this year I have 6. I know I decluttered a few. I used up a couple, and yeah. And then lastly, setting sprays. Setting sprays was a category that I really wanted to be careful with. Oh wait, totally forgot the lips. Duh. Okay, let's do lips and then we'll do setting sprays. Lips, I have quite a few lip categories. Lip liners, bullet lipstick, liquid lipstick, lip gloss, lip crayon, and lip scrub, and lip treatment. A lot. For lip liner, last year I was at 30. This year I was at 24, or I am at 24. I think I used a couple, maybe 3 last year. I know I decluttered a few, so there's that. Bullet lipsticks, that one grew. Last year I had 59 bullet lipsticks. This year I have 73. I went bullet lipstick crazy towards the end of the year during the holidays. Pat McGrath had her sale. I really picked up, I wanted 2 different sets. One was by Dior, the little mini ones, and one was by Givenchy. So like I picked up a few because I was really interested in them. So yeah, that grew. For liquid lipstick, I was at 42. This year I'm at 33. Declutters, most likely. Some empties. I don't know how many I finished up. I still need to film my 2022 makeup empties video, but that went down. Lip glosses, I was at 72 and now I'm at 59. I know I used up a handful last year, but I also picked up a few. So that one, I was surprised. I thought I would have more lip glosses than bullet lipsticks, considering that that's what I really, really love. But yeah, I guess I flipped it last year. For lip crayons, I was at 19. This year I'm at 20. Lip scrub, I was at 2. I'm still at 2. And lastly, lip treatments, like lip oils, lip balm, stuff like that. I was at 26. This year I'm at 36. I blame myself. No, I picked up that Laneige lip masks, the 5 mini ones. Okay, that added 5 to my collection, and a couple here and there by House Labs, and you know, so I picked up a few. I did use up a few as well, but I picked up, you know, a couple. Now the last thing in here is the setting sprays, and I completely lost where they are. Oh, setting sprays. That would also include primer mist, like Smashbox primer mist, the NYX Bear With Me kind of thing. So if it's like a primer mist, a setting spray, that kind of thing, it's in here, or like a hydrating mist, kind of the ones by e.l.f., like the coconut one, that's in here. I had 43 last year, and this year I have 41. I am actually really happy with that. I picked up a few, especially from e.l.f., but I also used up a few. To see that the number is kind of still less, I'm pretty happy with that. I have a couple that are minis, like by Urban Decay, and that's it. So, but those are counted as a setting spray. So yeah, I'm surprised with that one. That was a category that I really wanted to make progress on. And yeah, I did. I purchased more than I thought I was gonna, but it's okay. Anyway, this is my inventory for the beginning of 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to go through it kind of quickly because I know my lip declutter video was really, really long, and hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what are your numbers? Do you even keep track of your numbers, inventory, or anything like that? And why do you do it? Do you do it just for fun? Do you do it to kind of like want to bring your numbers completely down, or what? Let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Bye.